Hey guys, it's me, Surin, back with another video. Today is day 27 of Hidden Figures, and today's hidden figure is Lane Petry, who was an acclaimed writer and the first black woman to sell over 1 million copies of a novel. Born Anne Lane on October 12, 1908, in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, she was the youngest of three daughters to Peter Clark Lane and Bertha James Lane. Her father was a pharmacist and her mother was a shop owner and hairdresser, and their three daughters were raised in the classic New England tradition, a study in efficiency, thrift, and utility. And those were her words on her upbringing. Anne and her sisters worked as maids in addition to attending school, and she initially planned on becoming a pharmacist despite being told by an English teacher in high school that she had the talent to become a professional writer if she wanted. After graduating in 1929 from Old Saybrook High, she went to college and graduated with a degree from the University of Connecticut College of Pharmacy in 1931. She worked in the family business for several years while also writing short stories on the side. On February 22, 1938, she married George D. Petry and moved to New York. Finding Harlem inspiring artistically, she decided to switch careers and pursue her passion for writing. Petry worked as a journalist for newspapers such as the Amsterdam News between 1938 and 1941 and the People's Voice between 1941 and 1944. She also published short stories in the N.A.A.C.P magazine The Crisis, where her first story appeared in 1943. Between 1944 and 1946, she studied creative writing at Columbia University, and she also worked at an after-school program at PS 10 in Harlem. She became involved in several political causes and also found that the living conditions of the poor black people in New York made her want to put pen to paper, leading her to write her acclaimed novel, The Street. Her daughter Liz explained to the Washington Post that her way of dealing with the problem of Black American poverty was to write this book, The Street, which maybe was something that people who had grown up in Harlem couldn't do. Petry's first and most popular novel, The Street, was published in 1946 and won the Houghton Mifflin Literary Fellowship Award, with book sales exceeding 1 million copies. This made her the first black woman author to sell more than 1 million copies of a novel and catapulted her into widespread fame and acclaim. The book was widely reviewed, published in several paperback editions, and translated into French, Spanish, Japanese, and Portuguese. Petry was hounded to appear on magazine covers and even did a full spread in Ebony magazine in order to celebrate and market the work. A loner by nature and uncomfortable with fame in New York, Petry returned to Old Saybrook, Connecticut with her husband in 1947, where she proceeded to work on her follow-up books, Country Place, which was released in 1947, and The Narrows, which was released in 1953. She also wrote several other short stories and books for children. Much of her work has been lost, however, as she herself destroyed many journals and unpublished writings due to her abhorrence of the public. She told a radio interviewer, "Continuous public exposure, though it may make you a personality, can diminish you as a person. To be a willing accomplice to the invasion of your own privacy puts a low price on its worth. The creative processes are, or should be, essentially secret, and although naked flesh is now an open commodity, the naked spirit should have sanctuary." Woo, don't we need that in 2020? After removing herself from the public literary world, Anne became a member of the American Negro Theater and appeared in productions including On Strivers' Row. She also lectured at University of California, Berkeley, Miami University, and Suffolk University, and was visiting professor of English at the University of Hawaii. She died in Old Saybrook at the age of 88 on April 28, 1997, survived by her husband George, who died in 2000, and her only daughter Liz. Lane Petry, a hidden figure. I just heard about her on Instagram. I was really excited to read about her and learn more about her. So there will be links, of course, and information in the description box. Food for thought as always. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We're almost done. Can't believe it. Peace.